Hello and welcome to Get Writing, the home of aspiring writers. I'm Dr. Stavros Alvatsis, writer, lecturer, and story consultant. A strong dramatic premise lies at the core of all successful stories. It differs from the moral premise in that the moral premise is what the story is about under the surface, its invisible infrastructure. The dramatic premise, by contrast, lays out the external events of the story. Screenwriting gurus such as Michael Haig and Sid Field have stressed the importance of the palpable and vivid outer layer of a story, the layer that readers and audiences need to engage with before intuiting any deeper meaning. In this video, I want to give you 4 powerful tips to help you build a strong dramatic premise to drive your story. If you stick around till the end of the video, I'll package it all up for you into one concise snippet. Tip number 1. Make your dramatic premise as extraordinary, ironic, or unique as you can. Although the dramatic premise should indeed establish the genre of the story, confirming certain expectations, rehashing old ideas from past novels and films makes for unoriginal and predictable tales. Jurassic Park is driven by a dramatic premise that avoids this by deploying an idea that is unique for the time, as has been proven at the box office. It goes something like this. Using the DNA of Jurassic animals found in the blood of mosquitoes preserved in tree resin, a wealthy businessman and his team of geneticists create a wildlife park on the island of Costa Rica and populate it with previously extinct dinosaurs. When industrial sabotage causes a shutdown of the park's power, freeing the predators, everyone on the island struggles to survive. Originality and excitement. A pretty powerful combination. Tip number 2. Ensure that your premise is clear and contains a strong setup and payoff. Here's an example of a setup. The daughter of a callous hospital director is abducted by an ex-surgeon whose child has failed to qualify for a liver transplant and has died as a consequence. This is intriguing but not strong enough to motivate an entire story. We need a payoff too. How about the fired ex-surgeon kidnaps the director's own daughter and removes her liver? The director has to find a replacement for his child's organ within 2 days or she will die. This is better. Tip number 3. A powerful dramatic premise must also raise strong dramatic and moral questions. In our example, the following questions have been raised. Will the hospital director manage to find a liver in time to save his child? Will the kidnapper allow the child to die, or is he just bluffing to teach the hospital director a lesson? Will the director become a more compassionate and caring man, or will this experience fail to change him? These sorts of questions draw us into the story. We stay engaged to have them answered. As a preamble to tip number 4, let's remember that Steven Spielberg defines high concept as a pithy sentence or paragraph that allows one to hold the entire story in the palm of one's hand. A strong dramatic premise does the same sort of thing, except that perhaps the world-beating uniqueness or originality of the concept can be substituted for irony or the sort of poetic justice evident in our hospital director example. Here's a modified version of high concept to serve as tip number 4. A strong dramatic premise ought to hint at the entire story at a glance and contain an original or ironic idea. To package it all up then, the dramatic premise, as opposed to the moral premise, is a short, powerful description of external narrative events that comprise the outer story. It contains a unique or ironic idea, a strong setup and payoff, and generates gripping dramatic questions that demand answers. Use it as the basis from which to launch your stories. That's it for now. If you found anything of value in this video, hit that like and subscribe buttons and drop me a comment to share your thoughts and to help the channel grow. See you soon.